Hello Virgo, so I'm doing your weekly reading for October the 7th to the 14th, and I'm going to be taking a look into your situation, why it's happening, what's going on in your blind spot, what it is that's working for you, and how this is likely going to play out, okay? So if you just give me a minute while I prepare your deck. Also, please do be aware that there has been someone out there who has been cloning my channel, so my readings will only ever show up on my channel, which is Phoenix Keia Tarot. Okay, so if you ever come across my readings that don't have my name on the channel name itself, then it's going to be stolen content. Okay, right, so you have got the rainbow dragon for your situation, and it says be honest with yourself and others and release your burdens. Now with this one, it's a bit of a strange one, okay, because it tells me that you're not fully utilizing your power, right? You're not fully using all of your skills, all of your talents. You could be playing it a bit small right now, and this energy is asking for you not to play it small. Okay, no more being a bit of a wallflower, all right, or anything like that, because dragons are obviously very, very powerful animals, right? And as far as spirit animals go, they are a reminder that you have all that power, all of that strength, all of that magic that you need within you, and for whatever reason you're not fully utilizing it all right now. So it's a reminder here for you to really dig deep and tap in to your own innate power and strength, to achieve whatever this is that you're trying to achieve this week, okay? You can only do that when you release your burdens, okay? So what is it that's holding you back? Because it's time to start unpacking all of that, okay? Your strongest message at the bottom of the decks, this is your overall message. Libra just had this one out, and it came out in the exact same position as well. Medicine. Lead by example, share your knowledge with others, right? So yeah, you have to lead by example, and there's a message of peace here, okay? There's also a message to do is your higher self. I know that sounds a little bit woo for some. That's absolutely fine, okay? Only take what resonates for you in these readings anyway. But this combination here is saying, Virgo, when one is healed, all are healed. Okay, so when you're healed, and that's a process, it's an ongoing process, then others are going to follow suit, okay? Right, can you tell us more about this rainbow dragon? So be honest with yourself and others. What's this all about? Was being honest with yourself and others and releasing your burdens for Virgo, please. Can you tell us more about this rainbow dragon energy? I don't know what this is yet, okay, Virgo, so we need to find out. The Eight of Cups. Being honest with yourself that a certain situation has reached its plateau point and that it can't go any further. Okay, so it's being consciously aware of anything that you have been trying to force to work and it's just not working, it's just not budging. What is it they call beating a dead horse? Okay, that's this energy here. So be honest with yourself and others where beating a dead horse is concerned. Can you tell us more for this energy for Virgo, please? Like if a situation isn't working out for you, it could be a job, it could be a relationship. If it's just not working for you, then it's time for you to be honest about that, okay? I'm kind of getting the impression here that somebody is wanting to break off with another person, but they're afraid of the potential consequences of doing that. They're afraid of someone being incredibly negative about that. Again, could be romantic, could be business, I don't know. Okay, but you're needing to break things off with someone here, Virgo, and for whatever reason, and you're going to have your own reasons. I'm not going to look into your reasons why, because that's going to be personal for you. But there is a fear that you have about breaking things off with this certain person, and you've got the Two of Swords in the reversed position, which indicates that there is a conclusion in sight, but you're needing to take action in order to see that conclusion take form. Okay, it's time for you to make a move. You have to make a move. Not making a decision is still technically making a decision. So ignoring the problem, hoping that things will improve by itself, hoping that the problem will resolve itself, on this particular occasion for you, Virgo, they're telling you that that's not going to work. Okay, because you're just going to remain in this stalemate energy. Okay, so yeah, you have to be honest with yourself and others. I'm sorry, but this isn't working out for me. I'm not happy. I don't feel comfortable pursuing this any further. I think we need to part ways. Okay. So why is this happening? Intuition. And that's quite a dark card as well. I'll see if I can read this. I have been struggling to read my own writing. Doesn't help the fact that I've written I've written on a black card with a black pen, so that doesn't help me out any. It says, do not let the voice of ego fill your head with negative and disruptive thoughts. So you've to use your intuition, okay? Apparently, Virgo, the fearful thoughts that you have at this point in time about this situation, the fear that you have about the other person responding negatively to you, is keeping you stuck in that loop, and it's an unhealthy loop. Okay, can you tell us more about why this is happening for Virgo, please? Five of Wands. Yeah, drama for why this is happening. So you know enough about this individual to know that they are going to kick off, right? Listen, Virgo, by you saying nothing and doing nothing about your deep unhappiness, because you're telling yourself, well, I've got to keep the peace. I can't disrupt the apple cart, as it were, right? I can't disrupt anything. I have to keep the peace. Whose peace are you keeping? Because it's certainly not your own. It isn't your own peace that you're doing this for. You are correct, Virgo. Whoever this other person is, yes, they are going to kick off. Yes, they are going to be pissed off. Yes, they're going to be massively unhappy with you. But that's also going to be temporary. Right? That is going to be temporary. Can you tell us more about why this is happening for Virgo, please? You can't keep going the way that you have been, Virgo. It's not healthy. It really isn't. Look, you've got the Ace of Pentacles that's coming out for why this is happening. Why is this happening, Virgo? Because it's the right time for this to happen. Because it's the right time now for you to cut ties with whoever this is, right? It's the right time. It's the right time for you to move on. It's the right time for you to explore something new. Okay? It could be a new job for some of you. It doesn't have to be. It is the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles is associated with anything you can see with your eyes, anything that you can touch, hold. It's physical. It's something going on in your physical world, and or affects your material world. Okay. So we've got a situation here that you're dealing with another person that is holding you back. And is holding you back in several different ways here. Okay, that's why this is happening. Okay. A heavy week. A very heavy week. What's going on in your blind spot? Exploration. It's time to go out and explore new horizons. It's time for you to experience new experiences. Okay, this one says, explore new territory, create your own path with purpose. And it's in your blind spot. It's time for a new direction, new energy. New people, new experiences, a new home, new job, new friends, right? It's time for the new. And that can only happen if you're brave enough to explore what else is out there for me, what else is available to me, and if it's not available, then what else can I create for me, right? Can you tell us more about this exploration in Virgo's blind spot, please? I understand the fear that's connected to having to do that, Virgo, okay? And I'm telling you that from one person to the next, right? In my lifetime, I have had to literally start my entire life all over again. At least 3 times, and I mean start from nothing. Right? Lose everything and start again, completely from scratch, completely from nothing, in a completely new place, new environment, new people, like new job, like literally the whole shebang. I have had to do that multiple times already, so I get it. I understand the fears and the concerns behind having to do something so extreme, right? And I completely understand the concerns and fears tied up with, well, you know, I don't want to trigger this negativity from this other person because, you know, deep down, I'm kind of scared of them, right? From one human to the next, I understand that. I understand it. And I'm also telling you as well, Virgo, from my own personal experience, it works. Right? Starting again, it works. And I recommend that every day of the week, right? Taking on that temporary drama in favor of the bigger picture, yeah, it's worth it. Because your entire life will change for the better. Blind spot, 4 of Cups. It's like ignoring the obvious. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to think about it. I'm not ready to process it right now. And then the universe is like, but Virgo, there's this opportunity for you here, over here. It's over here, Virgo. If you just look over this way, give this a try. And you're like, I don't really want to. I'm not really happy where I'm at right now, but I'm not really in the mood to explore anything new right now either. Well, then that's okay, Virgo. Give yourself time. Give yourself time because this is a lot to process. Okay. There's also this fear as well because it's in your blind spot and it does come out as being fearful. But what if I try it? What if I uproot everything and start again? And what if I still don't like it? Well, then, Virgo, you're being told you can deal with that if it comes to that. Like, you can cross that bridge when you get to it. At the moment, you're trying to preemptively solve a problem that's not even happened yet, right? And it is kind of sweet. And again, I understand that completely. But when you try to preemptively solve problems that aren't even real problems yet, they're just problems in your head, is going to keep you stuck even further, and it's going to keep you in that loop of fear. Okay, cross that bridge when you get to it, if you ever get to it. All right, can you tell us more about Virgo's blind spot, please? Virgo, thank you. 9 of Cups. I literally just told you. And Spirit's telling you now as well. Virgo, this is going to be the best move that you've ever made. It's going to be the best decision that you've ever made. Okay. You're going to surprise yourself because you're going to be so happy, so fulfilled. You're going to be reminded that you are a complete person. You're already whole. You're already complete. You just needed that reminder. You just needed that. It kind of feels like a shove, right? It feels like the universe is shoving you in this direction. Yeah. 9 of Cups. That's literally wish fulfillment. Okay. So take this shove from the universe. With the love that it's supposed to be felt from, if that makes any sense at all. Right. Okay. So what is working for you at this time? Communication. It says, listen carefully, speak clearly and with confidence. So if you want any real change, any real effective change, okay, you're going to have to speak clearly and with confidence, right? You have to believe in the words that you're saying so that you will come across as being more believable. And when you do that, it's going to have much more of an impact, okay? Rather than someone who's a little bit uncertain, unsure, stumbling over their own words. So this is really you thinking through what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, and when you're going to take your turn to leave. Okay? And that's going to help to ensure that this situation does not become inflamed, right? Because I can already see that that's exactly what you're trying to avoid over here. Okay, so if you choose your words carefully and wisely, then the situation won't become inflamed. Okay, you will retain control over the situation. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. This is when it starts. End of. Yeah, King of Pentacles. Leadership role. Being very practical. So with you being practical and realistic about your situation, that's going to work for you, okay? This is also a very protective energy. It's very reliable and confident as well. It's like a King of Pentacles, whether that's a man or a woman, doesn't matter. They're very confident without being arrogant. Okay, whereas a King of Wands can be a little bit more on the arrogant side, and that's fine. It works for them. That's not going to work for you. So that's why you've got the King of Pentacles and not the King of Wands. Okay. Strength, yeah, strength, courage, your integrity. What works for you? They're saying, look, you don't have to surrender your integrity. At the moment, if you really think about it, Virgo, at the moment you kind of are surrendering your own integrity because you're doing shit that you don't want to be doing. You're involved with shit that you don't want to be involved with, right? You're sticking it out with somebody that you don't particularly want to be sticking it out with. All of those things is you going against your own integrity, okay? So you don't have to expand on that even further and continue to go against your own integrity. That there is a way that you can reclaim your integrity and get this issue sorted while remaining in your own integrity, right? How this is likely going to play out, cosmic connection. And it says divine support and vibrations being raised. Keep what? keep going and know that you're not alone. Right. Okay, so again, I'm struggling to read my own writing. You can barely see that yourself. It is black on a black card, so it's quite hard to see. Okay, cosmic connection for how this is going to work, how it's all going to work out, how it's going to play out. You definitely feeling more in alignment, okay, with yourself, with the universe, with your purpose, your higher purpose in life. Okay, you definitely feeling more comfortable and safe in your own skin. How this is going to play out, Virgo, you will discover this newfound respect for yourself. Yeah. There you go, Nine of Pentacles. Talk about self-respect. You've literally got the card of self-respect coming out with the Nine of Pentacles and the Star. Healing, nurturing, rebuilding. Wishes coming true, okay? Being able to finally move freely, move on, okay? Healing and recovery here. Beautiful. Yes, the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Your life becoming more simplified, okay? You're currently on this journey, and it's not an easy journey, not by any stretch of the imagination. It's definitely the most worthwhile journey that you will ever be on, okay? Beautiful. Right, what else for Virgo, please? Else for Virgo. Oh, never allow yourself to be taken for granted. It is better to remove yourself from the situation than to be treated less than you deserve. You're precious, you are worthy, yes. So you're being reminded of your inherent worth and value here, Virgo. But you're also genuinely starting to believe it as well. And that's the major difference. Okay, you might have heard people say it too before, but it might have just, you know, it might have just gone in one ear and straight out the other. It might not have sat with you because you were struggling previously to believe in your worth and your value. This week, all of that changes. And you're starting to genuinely believe, yes, I am valuable. Yes, I am worthy. And you know what? No, this shit over here, it ain't working for me. And I am more determined now than ever to put this behind me. I've got to get this done. Beautiful. I love that for you, Virgo. Okay, so let's see if we can uplift this reading even more by getting you some wonderful words of wisdom from the good old shitty deck, just for a bit of fun, okay? All the good ones are a little crazy and have been through some terrible shit that could have broken them. But instead of playing the victim, they've transmuted their shit into some incredible growth. Yeah, that's literally this reading in a nutshell, Virgo. Like, it's all there. I do believe I forgot to get you a healing message, Virgo. I got so carried away with your reading that I forgot to get you one of these cards, so I'll do that for you now. A little bit back to front, but never mind. At least you still get all of your messages, right? So can we have a healing message for Virgo, please? It's strange because everything that happens during a tarot reading, it is part of that read, okay? Because it's all going off of the energies. So maybe, Virgo, maybe you're having to do something a little bit back to front, right? In order to resolve this situation here. I'll just throw that out there for someone. Now, these have come out in the reverse. Baby steps. That's in the reverse. So Virgo, you cannot expect yourself to take on everything all at once, okay? They're saying if you're too focused on the end result, then you're going to feel overwhelmed at the task at hand. Okay, so in order for you not to overwhelm yourself, approach this situation in small chunks. Okay, take it on by baby steps. Action, follow your intuition before it makes sense, responding to your soul's calling and one step at a time. Okay, so you don't have to do everything all at once, Virgo, right? And then called in the reverse. There's also something here to do with your soul purpose. With called in reverse, you might have just been brushing it off, ignoring it, making excuses. You know what, I feel a soul pull towards this direction over here, but oh, I haven't got time. Oh, but I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, but I'm not trained on it. Oh, but I don't have any this, that, next, whatever. Okay, it feels like a lot of excuses not to do the thing that you're being called to do. Okay, so they're saying here, you can no longer ignore this, Virgo, okay? You now have to pay attention on what this is that your soul is calling you to do. It says, soul gifts and training, it's time to step up. If you're feeling the call, you should listen to it and following your destiny, okay? Now, I don't know what it is specifically for you that your soul is specifically calling you to do, right? That's going to be personal between yourself and the universe, right? The message here, Virgo, is you have to trust in that pull that you're feeling, and you have to follow that pull that you're feeling. And to do it when you're feeling genuinely like, okay, now is the time. Now is the time to do this, right? Beautiful. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.